President Biden sounds alarm on growing influence of billionaires, a debate on oligarchy introduction. President Joe Biden has recently raised concerns about the increasing power of ultra-wealthy billionaires in shaping American life and politics. In his remarks, Biden emphasized the risks posed by this concentration of wealth and influence. This echoes broader concerns about the growing oligarchy in the U.S., a system where a small number of powerful elites hold disproportionate control over the economy and government decisions. Biden's alarm. President Biden's comments come as billionaires continue to amass unprecedented wealth, with a few at the top controlling more resources than entire sectors of the population. Biden has argued that this level of wealth inequality poses a threat to democracy, making it harder for average Americans to have a say in how the country is run. The president has suggested that stronger policies are needed to address this growing divide and to ensure that wealth doesn't continue to determine the nation's political outcomes. Scott Bessent's testimony. During a recent confirmation hearing, Scott Bessent, the nominee for Treasury Secretary under the incoming administration, was questioned about the role of billionaires in the economy. In his response, Bessent downplayed concerns over the influence of ultra-wealthy individuals, a stance that many critics found troubling. His refusal to acknowledge the problem of oligarchy has raised alarm bells among those who believe that this unchecked power needs to be addressed to ensure a more equitable system for all Americans. Economic insights from Betsey Stevenson. Economist Betsey Stevenson, who served as chief economist of the U.S. Department of Labor under President Obama, joined the conversation on MSNBC with Ali Velshi. Stevenson pointed out that the growing wealth gap is not just an issue of income disparity, but a structural issue that affects the functioning of the economy itself. Stevenson emphasized that when a small percentage of people control the majority of wealth, it hampers the broader economy, making it difficult for businesses to thrive and for individuals to succeed. Bishop William J. Barber's perspective. Bishop William J. Barber, president of Repairers of the Breach and co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign, also joined the discussion. Barber spoke about the moral and social implications of a society where wealth is so concentrated. He argued that the increasing influence of billionaires is perpetuating a system of inequality that disproportionately affects people of color, the poor, and marginalized communities. Barber's perspective highlights the ethical dimensions of the debate, urging policymakers to confront the moral crisis of a system where wealth is used to influence laws and policies that benefit the rich while leaving behind the poor and working class. The growing debate. The conversation surrounding billionaire influence in America is growing louder. As the country continues to grapple with economic inequality, more voices are joining the call for reform. From the political realm to the grassroots, Americans are questioning the impact of oligarchy on democracy. The growing divide between the ultra-wealthy and the rest of society is seen as a serious threat to the health of the nation's economy and its democratic institutions. Conclusion. The debate about the role of billionaires in American life has reached a critical juncture. President Biden's call for action and the perspectives from experts like Betsey Stevenson and Bishop William J. Barber highlight the urgency of addressing the growing influence of the ultra-wealthy. As America continues to face challenges related to inequality and economic opportunity, the question remains: how can the nation reclaim its democratic ideals in a system increasingly dominated by a few wealthy individuals? Sources: MSNBC segment featuring Betsey Stevenson and Bishop William J. Barber, President Biden's remarks on billionaire influence.